Hey everyone, Rob here from DURC. Today we are checking out the Crawler Park Starter Kit. It's a 5-piece obstacle kit for your 1/24th or 1/18th scale crawlers. You don't need any glue or any screws or anything like that. Everything just slots together. Going to be trying it out with my trusty FCX24 Unimog because it's one of my favourite mini crawlers at the moment. I'll just show you each obstacle and then we'll hit it with the Unimog and see what they're like. First thing you get is your bridge. It's got 2 different approach angles. We'll give that a test first. Next one is what's called just the stage 2 obstacle. This one's basically going to test out your kind of flex. Third obstacle is your lateral twist. So obviously as you run over this one, it's going to see again that side hilling, see if you tip over. So fourth obstacle is the double seesaw. It's really cool. And the 5th obstacle is called the technical obstacle. So this one is basically going to test out things like your approach angles. You know, as you go over, your bumper's going to get stuck and stuff like that. So it's going to test how well your rig can kind of navigate and get over there. So let's give them a try with the FCX24 Unimog. I've done a few upgrades on this thing, so it's quite weighty. I've already ran a couple of rigs over them, and then they're really tough as well. So, you know, we don't have to worry about breaking it or anything like that. So first obstacle is the bridge. Really cool looking bridge. It is the centerpiece of the whole kit. If you approach from this side, it's a much steeper angle. On the Unimog, the front bumper sticks out quite a bit, and it is quite top heavy, but I've added the RC all-wheel drive cyber wheels, which give it a nice bit of low down weight. This side is going to be the harder side to approach from, and the left-hand side is a shallower approach. But let's give both a try and just see how the Unimog does. There are holes where you can screw it down. Obviously, my desk is slippy, so it will move a little bit when we get started. Nice, our front bumper cleared. And it's really nice grip on these 64mm Enduro Swamp Claws. Nice, getting up there. Obviously, depending on the size of your rig, your wheels might get kind of, you know, jammed up as you move through. That is sweet. And then obviously as you come down the other side, if your rig is like front top heavy like this one is, your rear wheels are going to lift a little bit, but almost, but should make it down okay. Nice little push off there as it gets close to the floor. And if we approach it from the other side, it should be much easier from this side. Yeah, like you can see that's definitely easier from the other side, although the gaps are slightly larger to start with, so it's harder for your tyres to grip, especially if you've got smaller tyres than I'm running. Oh, I ran up onto the actual welcome sign there. Nice, and then again with this rig coming down, it's quite top heavy, so see if we can get down without it tipping over. Nice. You can see with this one, you've got all the different kind of sized gaps as it goes through. And like I said, it just folds up and then you can just put it away really nicely and they all stack up really nicely together. So that's the bridge. The second obstacle is the stage 2 obstacle. It's going to test out that flex and everything on your rig as you move through it. So let's just get this Unimog started. We might have some kind of side ground clearance issues with the Unimog here because obviously it's got the kind of scale details on the sides. Nice, you can see that suspension flexing there. It's like working that suspension to the max. Getting some nice rubbing issues with my big tyres there. Nice, made it through. If we just do it again from the side, you might be able to see that suspension working a little bit better. As we're kind of getting that flex. Nice, there you go. Look, that front suspension is obviously unloading. And then as we go over, bit of bumper clearance issues there, unloading the rear. Nice, made it through with a bit of scrapage. So yeah, so that's your second obstacle. You can see the kind of different angles that you've got there as you approach it. Third obstacle is the lateral twist. So again, this is basically testing your side hill, you know, see how much kind of like low down weight you've got, if your rig's going to tip over when it starts going, you know, on that extreme kind of side hill. The Unimog does amaze me how it manages to do this, because it is a big top heavy body, but obviously those wheels are making a huge difference. Love that. That is awesome. If I just do that again, look, so you can see it coming straight at you to see how much kind of lean that's getting, look. That is like so much sideways. That is so cool. Yes, Unimog bossed it. You can see how high it goes in the center point there. You know, it's going to be a really good test. I tried this with a couple of rigs that didn't have a lot of low down weight, and yeah, they just tipped over straight away. So really good for testing that side hill. Fourth obstacle is the double seesaw. Now these ones can be quite tricky, to be honest, because especially because this one is staggered. You know, you get to a point where your rig might just tip over. You can see we've got some nice lean there on the Unimog. See if we can get on up there. And then obviously one seesaw is going to go before the other. Oh, yes, that's cool. Love that. The fifth obstacle is the technical obstacle. You can obviously approach it from either side, and obviously either side is slightly different challenge to the other. Let's see how the Unimog does on this one. Getting up this next bit is going to be tricky. If you can get a wheel, or you have to be jamming up a bit. Nice. Yes, did it. Let's just try going back the other way as well. I'm just going to stop it from moving. Like I said, you can screw them all into the ground if you wanted to, or you can maybe stick some rubber under it or something from slipping it around. But obviously mine's on my desk, so it's quite slippy. Nice bit of flex there as we approach. And then we're going to drop down in here, which is where you're going to get that kind of ground clearance. Thankfully I've got big tyres. Oh, it gets hung up. Nice, go on. Nice and slow. Another nice thing I like about the FCX24 is a nice slow speed control. Our drive shaft's getting hung up there as well. Nice, made it. You can see how this one could pose a challenge for rigs that don't have a great deal of ground clearance. You know, they're going to get hung up and stuff like that. It's a cool little kit. I'm really looking forward to like using it to test out different mods and everything on the RCs, you know, going from stock to like fully modified and seeing how they perform and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's a really cool kit. In the UK, it's about £130 for the 5-piece starter kit, and the US is like $160. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Drop me a comment if you've got any questions. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.